and you are watching
The Tea. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in with us. I'm Keita.
More like ancient mama.
See, he making me sip tea already. I'm Shawnee. Why don't you introduce yourself while you laughing?
I'm King West, the king of extreme, the drama king.
Second episode. Again, we are happy that you guys are with us. Stay with us. We got a lot of good things coming up. Before we get started, go ahead and give that shout out to the lovely Kevin Winston, our producer. Thank you, Kevin.
Turn up.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and hop right into this because we got some good topics for y'all today. First one being, can you date somebody with kids?
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
Where I'm at now, I just want everything to.
Where are you now? That you can't date somebody with kids?
Right.
What's the problem you got with that? Why you can't date somebody?
I just want it to be a fresh start. Like, that's just for me. Like, if you can, like, that's what's up. But now where I am, I just want it to be a fresh start. Like, I just want us to both come in with nothing.
Okay. So what if you meet that one and they have a kid? What if they just rock your world and then they like, it's something I've been keeping from you. I got a kid. I just
the simple fact that you have to keep it from me is another reason I'm like, I'm good.
Okay. So you just want a fresh.
I just want a fresh start. I want to set a new foundation. I want it to be fresh. Nobody has nothing. I had a kid.
I mean, I can understand that. I can respect that.
Yeah.
What about
respect? I've done it before. I was young. I think I was like 21.
Okay.
And he said, I need you to watch my kid today. And
Okay.
just dropped her off with me, and I'm just like,
How old was she?
oh.
Hey, little one.
Hey. But it was cool. I was playing mommy until the real mama got in the picture, and then I'm like, nah, I don't know if I can do this.
That could be a problem.
And you got to deal with that too.
At the time, like 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah, little girl. But I don't see anything wrong with it. Mm-hmm. I feel that you shouldn't. No offense, Wes. But I understand. I understand wanting to your own family, just to start your own family. I understand that.
Yeah.
I could only do it if both parties are mature. I'm not dealing with any drama, none of that.
That's the part right there, the drama. For me, I mean, obviously it's gonna be different because I have kids.
Of course.
In the situation I'm in now, I had 2. What do you mean, of course? Are you calling me a whore or something?
I didn't say nothing like that.
I had 2.
What was the?
So I mean, for me to be able to say, I won't date somebody if they have kids, I feel like that's not fair because I have them. So who am I to say you can't have them?
Right.
But if you got that drama to come along with it, I mean, I would have been cool on that, because like Shawnee said, don't nobody want to deal with the bitter baby mamas and, all that stuff to come along
I didn't
with
sign
it.
up for all of that.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's, for me, I would say, what? How many kids we talking to? That's a big factor. Because this fool right here, how many you want? 7?
I want 5 kids. It's gonna be 7.
Okay, so if I was
wanna
to
be
meet
family
Wesley and he had 5, that's a no-no. I mean, I'm sorry. I know I got 3 right now, but if I met you and you had 5
and you 2
kids,
away from 5.
2 away from 5, the age I'm at, it ain't happening.
If you was to get knocked up and the doctor said, ma'am, there are twins in there, that's 5 kids.
But the doctor ain't gonna say that
Right.
because it ain't happening.
You never know.
You never know, Kitty.
They gonna be right over there with Uncle West. So
Sips tea on the tea.
I mean, I don't think it's fair for me to say that. So I mean, I just think it depends on the situation. Like Shawnee said, if you're dealing with a crazy baby mama, baby daddy, then that's a no-no. Nobody wants to deal with that. So yeah, but you just don't want them in the picture at all. And I respect that. Because
and then sometimes people come and their kids already set in their ways. They got
and depending on how old they are too.
Kids don't do that. And your kids ain't gonna live in my house and can't be disciplined. I'm just saying.
Yep, it depends on how old they are too. Because once they get a certain age, it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like
they feeling themselves like a teenager. They can talk to you. Yeah.
But in another sense, I was just sitting here thinking, like, I have a brother who has kids, right? And he's single, so I don't want a woman to look at him and say, I don't want to date you because you have 3 boys. No, he's a great father. He's a great man, and that doesn't define who he is. So I think that there's nothing wrong with it. Just
how old are the kids?
5, 7, 3.
Okay.
So
we're just gonna say to each his own,
There you go.
To each his
all
own.
depends on your personal preference. Just don't deal with the drama. Don't put yourself in no mess. Right? Okay. So speaking of kids, what's funny?
Nothing. Keep going.
What's funny?
Keep going.
Okay. Speaking of kids, spoiling kids, what's too much? Like, think about the kids nowadays. They are pretty privileged, but what do you think is too much to, as far as spoiling a kid? I'll just, maybe this will, start the conversation. My daughter, she's, what is Jasmine, 17? Okay. And she was telling me about a situation where she was at a friend's house and they had cooked or whatever. I guess the parents or somebody cooked. And she's like, okay, make my plate. And they was like, girl, make your own plate. And she was like, no, make my plate. My mom still make my plate, so make my plate. Like, she wouldn't make her plate because I really do still make her plate. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. What's the problem?
I just feel like if that's what happens like that, she used to that, they should have fixed the plate.
So that's not being spoiled.
I don't feel like that's being spoiled. Y'all know how I feel about the plate situation. Like,
what do you
fix
feel about
the plate
situation?
I feel like you should fix the plate for your people. Like, you should fix the plate. You should lay the plate.
If you're at someone else's
for your
house,
husband,
you shouldn't be making it.
And for your children, you fix their plates. It's a form of servanthood to me.
So what's too much when it comes to spoiling kids? What do you think is too much?
Well, I feel like that too much is like when the parents be doing like the little prom send-offs, all the little stuff they be, all that extra that they do for some of these prom send-offs be too much.
That's an experience.
I can't remember. There was one I was thinking about that the mama did all this stuff. Like, he changed 10 outfits and it's just too much. He didn't need all that. Just, But I'm gonna be rich, so I don't want to talk too much stuff because my kids might be spoiled. All 5 of them.
They will be. They will be spoiled entitled little brats. What about you? You saw the face? Do you feel like the kids nowadays are like entitled?
No, they're definitely entitled. I think that parents should make them earn the things that they have.
Work for it. You could be spoiled, but work for it.
Yeah, I think you should spoil them with experiences. Like something with the prom, that's something you can't get back. But don't spoil them on, here's your Mac, here's your iPad, here's your new iPhone, here's your this. Like go on a trip.
Garbage,
Yeah, spoil them with experiences.
And then I think another reason why I am the way I am with mine, and I can be honest and say maybe there have been times where I've been too lenient, is because I would be lying if I said I didn't get spoiled when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything we wanted was like at our feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what does that mean? Like, you keep throwing these little jabs. Like, what are you saying? Okay, like I said, anything we wanted was at our feet. So we just tend to want to give our kids the same thing that we had and that we felt. And I just, I remember one time I was talking to my oldest, and it was at a point where I didn't have some money to get something, and I just felt so bad about it. And I got teary-eyed, and he's like, "Mom, we ain't even thinking about stuff like that." So sometimes we harder on ourselves, but the whole time realizing that our kids, they get it. They understand if you have those.
We have to make sure too, like, you make a good point, and you just reminded me of, like, spoil them, but what happens when they go out into the real world and go out for their own apartment and their own job, and now they don't know what to do because mommy and daddy took care of everything.
That's true.
They're gonna fail out there if we don't teach them responsibility.
But you gotta
be spoiled, but teach them that you have to work hard to get these things.
What you want.
Yeah. And be humble. Teach them to be humble. That's very important.
That's key.
Yeah, so I mean that's just it for me. Like, but that goes so far because, like I said, I'll get you the Jordans, but I'm just like the $250 pants. Like, mommy's just not gonna be able to do that. So if you want it, get a job, get it yourself.
If I got it, you get it. All right, and I'm gonna have.
That's why your kids gonna be snotty-nosed brats who don't know no better. So
is that where we are?
Teach your kids the proper way to do things. Have respect, be humble, earn it, and then they have a better appreciation for it. And like you said, gotta prepare them for the real world when they actually get out there. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll know. Some kids don't know what a struggle is. You know what I'm saying?
They never will.
For those who are privileged enough, I think that the parents should put them in positions where they are like helping the homeless or dedicating their time, volunteering, doing something so they know that, hey, if you don't do right, this can be you one day.
Make them go get a job. Like, you're gonna work, so you can know what it means to work to earn something.
Yeah. Because I remember we was talking before about kids not being ready for the real world, and I think putting them in a position like this would get them ready for the real world, and not just ready to give them the boot at a certain age.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you look like you got something to say about that.
Yeah. I always have something to say. I'm just thinking about that boot. That's a whole nother topic, though. Who says 18? You're an adult at 18.
Exactly.
Who says that you should leave the house at 18? You just got out of high school.
Here. So just prepare your kids, just get them ready.
But do I really want them to be there for all that?
We don't.
I'll probably give it to like 25.
But you know what? If they're as good a person as you are, then that means they'll be ready.
I just want to thank all of them.
So disgusting and ugly. So
that made his day.
what do y'all think about this? Should a couple reside together before getting married?
Oh, who's starting this one off?
This guy over here drinking a tea that's looking all over the place every time somebody say something.
I'm for it and I'm against it.
Okay.
I'm for it because, you know, you get a chance to learn the person, but I'm against it because you got so many people who, you know, live together and then one of them gets the mindset of why get married when, you know, we're already living like married people. Why we need to do the marriage? So I'm more for the whole, let's just wait before the whole living together thing.
And what you say, Shani?
I feel like either way, time is going to expose whether or not the relationship is meant.
Exactly.
Right? Whether you live together before you get married, that's going to expose if you guys are going to last. Or if you wait. To me, since I've been in the situation, I feel like, okay, people date.
In a lot of situations, haven't you? Go ahead.
Yeah, I have, man. My daughter is going to be cold. She's going to know everything. But, what was I about to say?
You said, I threw you off. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
If you just learn
So,
mouth shut, we wouldn't go through this.
I had something to say.
see, I'm a keep
You
going.
said
I'm
you're in a
back.
situation where, you know, you said it'll work out. If you're meant to be, you'll be.
Right. If it's meant, then it will be time to expose. That's right. So couples these days, they date, right?
Okay.
They go on a couple dates and they feel like they're ready for marriage, and you just propose without ever living with that person.
See, that's where I'm at with it because I feel like if we're living, if I'm over here and you're over there, but we're together, that's cool or whatever. But then what if we get hitched and then I move in with you and then you a nasty ass pig, you know, or you just have some ways I just cannot
You ain't gonna be able to
Right.
tell it's a pig from
But people front
spending
all
life.
day long. People front they move all day long. So what if I can't deal with the fact that you
It's
don't
a sign.
shower every day?
There are always signs for everything. Like God gives you signs no matter what.
But
you
let's
can
be
tell
real.
somebody that.
Sometimes we don't pay
And
attention.
then another
to
thing
all
you gotta do, you gotta go to that family reunion and see if they got some crazy cousins and stuff and see what your kids and
If
stuff.
you don't have no crazy cousins, then I can't date you.
You gotta see what the family about.
I don't know. I'm for it because, like I said, I feel like, you know, you need to know. And I also feel like, you know, I cut myself off, but I also feel like you can be with somebody for 15 years and
Still not know. Yeah,
that
so
person.
either way, like, it's a gamble. Everything we do is a gamble, especially
It is,
relationships.
but I'm gonna go ahead and gamble and live together.
I bet.
Right. And I feel like if you're waiting to have kids, right? If you're a couple that's waiting to have kids until they get married, then maybe you shouldn't put yourself in that situation, right? Or if you're not ready to have kids, maybe you shouldn't put yourself in that situation, right?
Yeah.
But if you're, you know, if you guys are responsible to live together and just journey together and come up together, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. It's probably one of them things, like you said earlier, to each his own, but I'm all for it. I'm definitely all for it because I'm just not about to gamble with that. I need to know, you know, I got a lot of nerves saying this because I snore. But, you know, I just need to know
Everything, like,
I'm really nervous. So I really thank my mate for putting up with it. Thank you. I love you.
You the real MVP because I've been around her for about a year and a half, and
What?
A horrible person.
Boy, you love me anyway.
The hate is real.
People have ways. People have ways that other people can't deal with. You know, so for people to not live together before they get married, to me, that's just it. Just sounds
It's certain things that you do want to know, like you do have to see, just because. If you got gray toenails, like that's an instant breakup. I'm just saying, like, I can't do that. Like you got gray and black toenails.
So you Eddie Murphy on Boomerang.
We live together and you got bunnies and stuff. I'm gonna be like, oh.
So you're gonna be pulling the cover like I mean, I guess, you know, like I said, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
I bet.
Anyway. So now we have the segment we are doing called Sip and Trip. And what does that mean? So you see the little glass jar with the little notes in it. So we're going to pull from it. It has a question on it. Whoever pulls the question, they have to answer it. And once they answer, it's up to the other two people. If they want to answer it or not, we can pass. But
whose idea was
there's
that?
questions in there. So who's going to go first?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Let's go.
How do y'all do y'all rock, paper, scissors? Because some people do.
I do 1, 2, 3, and then throw it out there.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
That's how you do it? Okay, so let's go. 1, 2, 3. Oh.
Did I mess up?
Well, it's
It's supposed to be rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
No.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you have to go first because both of us did paper, and you were the rock, and the paper covers the
But
rock.
I wasn't ready.
No, but you
I'll
have to
go first.
Yeah. Shake that up.
Okay, take that L, keep it.
Spin it around a little bit. Make make sure you didn't cheat.
It ain't
No,
nothing.
I don't trust you.
Let me take a drink before I pull my question.
I'm scared. I don't even
Now go ahead and sip and trip.
Okay, first question. This up.
sip and trip.
Growing up, what did people make fun of about you? How has it impacted you now? Look here. I got this scarf on, so you can't see how huge this forehead is. Not only is my forehead big, my head is big. Not only is my head big, my nose is big. So,
Damn, Jada.
so people talk about my head, and then I got a vein right here. So people used to be like, oh, your big forehead, oh, you got a big nose, you know, but...
Ain't nothing wrong with a big nose. Ain't nothing wrong with
Back in the day, it used to, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger, it used to bother me. But
Me too.
I promise you, now I've embraced it so much, like you can't even really get me to cover my forehead.
Good.
Right now I have the scarf on because I have locks and I do not feel like doing them. But, man, take it or leave it.
Yeah, forehead. I'm
Take it
proud.
or leave it. Like I got a big forehead, big nose, big lips, and
We did
this
not
is
need
me.
to know that.
Your
part
nose
about
is not even big. Who said you got a big nose?
I
I'm
got a big
lying.
nose. You see, he's got a little booty nose in there. So,
Whoever said that they hating.
what about you?
It was probably the nose. It's the nose.
The nose up. But how has it impacted you now?
Nah, when I look at who I am now, like when I look in the mirror, I see somebody sexy, so I don't.
Okay, Shani.
Hey guys, where's the crown? What was it? So I used to, and I still do it to this day. I catch myself, but when I walk, I could be walking, and my eyes never focus on one thing. I'm always just kind of
All over the place.
but I don't be all over the place. I be thinking, contemplating. And so they like, Shawnee, what's focused? I am focused. Maybe I'm too focused, you know.
Okay.
So I catch myself at work sometimes because I'm a waitress. So when I'm walking, I'm just like, just look straight. Right.
Okay, who's going next?
All right, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Get it, Wes. Get it, Wes. I hope you get a really juicy one.
I know. Watch I get the juice.
Come on, give me a bar, because I ain't got to put too much of my business out there.
Right?
Oh, this is perfect. What motivates you? My family, my friends. I motivate myself. You know, I look at my family and I want to take them, and my friends, and I want to take them to the next level. I want all of us to get to the next level. That's my motivation to keep going. Yep.
That's the same thing. That's probably the same thing for me. My kids, my family, just wanting better for us, and just, you know, like I said in the first episode, I put this in motion, so just getting us there.
Yep, upward. I would definitely have to say, just keeping my faith high motivates me, and just knowing that I'm not just out here just living, existing, right? You know, I feel like God has definitely created a great destiny for me, and I'm just trying to get there. You know, like
Yes.
That's what's up.
right.
Now go to church on this way.
Right. Good. Oh boy. What I signed up for, guys?
Yes, let's get it, Shawty.
All right.
Aunt your mama would make up the messy game for the show.
Minutes.
Let me read to myself first. They say never, but what's something you would never do? Can I think for a second, guys? What's something I would never do? I would never steal again.
Again.
You did.
Because I was 15 and I got caught stealing from the mall. Just being a follower, I didn't have to steal, right? But I was just being a follower, and it was so embarrassing. For one,
I'm sure.
to have your parents have to come get you. No, for one, for the secret shopper to approach you.
Oh, secret shopper.
You know, it was just a hot mess. I wouldn't steal, and I would never do porn. Next.
I like that
that's a
second
big
one,
one, yeah.
but I might do it. I don't know.
Yeah, you nasty with that. I would never have a threesome because I'm too stingy. I don't want anyone to have what I have.
You'll be the one left. Because you're doing that too good. I need you to move.
Excuse me, hold on.
Right.
Nope.
Never have a threesome.
It just won't work out for me. Just me being who I am. It's not about being. It's not about being jealous. It's about being stingy, and I just know that I'm not willing to share that part of my
So
heart
if
with
he
anybody
like,
else.
you know, hey babe, like I just want to bring this other chick in and have a little fun, you gonna like, no, I don't do that. I'm
25 years in.
I'm just gonna know he joking. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, stop playing. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
I'm turning 50, baby.
Oh, next
You gotta learn to keep stuff spicy.
Spicy, man.
You see, they didn't let me answer about what you would never do because I don't have
You
to.
do everything.
I like to live and have fun.
Living my best life.
How do you respond to disrespect? Not very well. Not very well. But I'm getting better, I have to say, and you know I am.
You didn't answer. How do you respond to it?
Not very well.
No,
I get
that's
very
not the
defensive.
answer.
I get defensive. My mouth is flipped. You know, it can be. And I
We
got
know.
some words for you. What do you
Okay.
know? What do you
You've been like flipped with me the past.
I don't respond well. I mean, because I feel like if I'm talking to you in a respectful manner, then I should get the same. Like, we get with it all day long. People just come in with attitudes, and I know you see it. I know you see it. Like, just come in with attitudes. So it's not a good thing for me. But I'm trying to learn to channel my anger when it comes to that and just.
Oh, whatever. You want to answer?
Okay.
See, don't do kids.
You know, I'm so used to it.
I'm getting better. Before I used to express everything that was on my mind, right? You know, but silence is the best revenge, right?
Yes.
So if someone piss you off, they disrespectful, it's fine. Right?
I like that.
Up in here, mother.
Right.
You
What
know,
about you, Wes?
so
I like to fight, so I try to be classy with it, but
You
part of me be
throw
wanting to like jump over. But I'm better. I'm much better.
That's good. So
sounds like we all
try
have overcome
something.
overcame.
We're still getting there. Yeah, this is a work in progress. It definitely.
My heart still races though. When
Oh my
someone
God,
just like it
yes.
races so bad.
Keep talking.
Yes. No,
You
don't
know.
try to sit here and you're gonna try to throw his question on the ground or something.
Right.
Have you ever been arrested? No. Never.
I've never been arrested. I've been detained.
Yeah, I've been.
Wait a minute. For what?
The same thing Shani did when she was younger.
You remember that?
Yeah, no,
Let's talk about that because we need to send out a message to everybody who thinks that it's okay.
I was in college and it was just stupid, and I'm not gonna even tell you we was going through the store taking, you know, but we thought we were on our way out the door, and they were like tap tap, and they
Okay,
put
we
my
got
face
time
up
for
and
one
everything,
more,
and that's so no.
One more
Shani
question.
already said she stole before. One more question, Shani. We're gonna wrap this thing up.
Detained.
I'm sitting up here with thieves. So
Give me this last one.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, don't.
please be a juicy one.
Do you consider a college degree worth it? Hell yeah.
You know what's crazy? As I was putting these questions in, I felt like you was gonna get that one.
Yeah.
Because you're in college now, right?
I graduated, so I left home at 22 to go to Chicago State.
Okay.
Right? I'm from DC, so that was a big jump for me.
It is.
Right? But I wanted to change my life. You know, I'm like, okay, if I want to get ahead, then I need to get this education behind me. So I did it, and it opened so many doors because you get to network.
Mm-hmm.
People don't like, you might not like the classes, you might not like the subjects you're taking, but it's about the networks. It's about the connections you make when you go to college. And it helps you be able to communicate and talk to people.
What's your, what are you going to school for?
Communications, media arts, and theater.
That's
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think it's a yes and kind of no depending on what you're trying to do.
I didn't finish. I just feel like what's in me has just always been there, so there was no need to.
So, you know, teachers on. You want to go to college, get your degree.
But go get those degrees. All my kids
I
will be
encourage
forced.
you. Definitely, I encourage you.
Unless they want to go to trade school. And then.
Sipping trip was fun. Good guy.
I'm actually enjoying this. Next time.
Yeah, it's gonna come back, so don't worry. We still got a lot of juicy questions. But we want to thank Just King, our executive producer. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Just King.
Beats by Twiz the Wiz. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.
Keep us sounding good. Again, remember to subscribe on YouTube. Open Mic Production, YouTube. You're gonna find a lot of great juicy things from Open Mic on there. Find us on Facebook, The T, Instagram, The T Podcast. We are out there. I'm Keita.
I'm Shawnee.
And I am the king of Extreme West.
Till next time. We'll see
You're
you
watching
next
The T.
time. Excuse me.